On October 3, 1984, 9-year-old Christine Jessop was excited for a simple, ordinary day. She had just come home from school in Queensville, Ontario, and was planning to meet a friend at the park. Her parents weren't home yet, so she hopped on her bicycle and set off, expecting to return later. But Christine never made it. When her family came home and realized she was missing, panic set in immediately. Neighbors, police, and volunteers searched the area. For months, her disappearance haunted the small town. Then, on December 31, 1984, the search came to a heartbreaking end. Christine's body was found in a rural area about 50 kilometers from her home. The discovery devastated her family and the community. Police promised to find whoever was responsible. Investigators quickly focused on a neighbor, Guy Paul Morin. He was quiet, kept to himself, and didn't quite fit in with the people around him. That was enough for suspicion to grow. Despite weak evidence, Maureen was arrested and eventually convicted of Christine's murder. But behind the scenes, many felt the case didn't add up. Years later, advancements in DNA technology provided the truth. In 1995, testing proved that Maureen was completely innocent. He had lost years of his life to a wrongful conviction. Even with Maureen cleared, Christine's case went cold. For decades, her family had no answers. Then, in 2020, investigators turned to a powerful new tool, genetic genealogy. By comparing DNA from the crime scene to databases of family trees, they were able to identify the real killer, Calvin Hoover. Hoover had once been a friend of the Jessop family, but there would be no trial. He had died in 2015, years before his identity was uncovered. Christine Jessop's case was finally solved after 36 long years, but the truth left behind painful questions: a little girl's life stolen, an innocent man's future destroyed, and the real killer living in the shadows for decades.